Hey, good morning or afternoon, students. Nice to see you again. You made it to another day of digital learning. Cool. So, warming up, just wanted to show you a few different things you might find interesting. These are some of the different types of love that you might see in the world other than romantic love. So, this is where we are right now. But just because you're at home showing some love to your friends from afar, it doesn't mean that you can't have all of these other ones going on as well. Cool. So take a second, look those over. Another bit of information I wanted to give you guys, since you're stuck at home all day, how to make the best sofa fort. Cool. So there's your recipe for when you're done with school and you need something to do. You have a warm-up today. Your warm-up involves kind of a mental check-in, like how are you feeling, how's life, how are things going. Within that, there's this chart, and it's about emotions. So during your warm-up today, you need to use some different emotions that you have not. So you have to find some emotions some words that you've never used before, and go ahead and try to use them. Cool. So what are we doing today? You are going to post on Teams, kind of a mental health check-in. Click this infographic that will take you here. Post on Teams 2 sentences using 2 different words that you've never used before. So 2 new words. Tell us how you're feeling. What's up? How are you feeling overall? How are you feeling last week? How are you feeling right now? Or anywhere in between. So write openly and honestly. We're all in this together. So yeah, speak your mind. When you are finished with that, again, you need to post this on Teams under the entry ticket. Then you need to read section 3 of the textbook. When you read section 3, you will find some questions at the end that are questions 1, 2, and you can choose any 3, 4, or 5. Okay? So 1, 2, and then you choose 3 or 4 or 5. Got it. Okay, when you're done with that, post it on Teams. Remember, this one has to be handwritten. Okay, next, you need to watch this documentary. It's an animated documentary. It's our first and only ancient Chinese history documentary. It's animated, it's entertaining, it's got a lot of information. Don't get too distracted with the small scale historical events. Focus on the larger picture if you can. Focus on the larger picture. So if they're talking about this or that person, don't get too distracted. Try to focus on larger historical themes. Next, you need to post 1 sentence, 1 interesting fact from each 4-minute chunk. So each 4 minutes in the video, you need to write 1 interesting fact, including the timestamp. Okay? For example, at minute 16, second 24, there's some interesting information about how the Qin dynasty standardized their money and their laws, which made their empire easier to control. So that's an example of what one of the timestamps looks like. Okay, you need every 4 minutes. The video is 20 minutes long, so do the math. Cool. Post on Teams when you're done. Okay, another quick reminder, write professionally. This is not a text message. This is formal language, so try to write professionally, please. Lastly, your Makers Faire project is due at the end of the week, due on Friday. So again, your Makers Faire project requirements are on Haiku, they're on Teams, they're here as well. Here's my video explaining it, some examples, 60 more examples, there are project requirements, and including the research essay, okay? So I'll give you some time for the research essay in class, but again, you can find all those requirements on slide 22 and 23 in addition to the calendar on Haiku. Cool. So get the things done today and try to post as early as you can. Try not to wait until the end of the class to post things. Try to get in there as early as you can. You guys have been doing really good. Really impressed with a few things. The follow through, you guys have been working well for most of the class most of the time, so really appreciate that. Lastly, I really appreciate how well you guys have been helping each other out. So continue to collaborate and continue to help each other out in this trying time. Cool. Good to see you guys. Lots of love. Later. Bye.